Director of Diversity at the State Bar of Michigan. And first, let me welcome you as members of the bar. I know you all were able to join us in a virtual swearing-in ceremony just a week ago. And this is another opportunity for us to welcome you. My job and my colleagues is to help introduce our colleagues from around the state who are leaders within the Bar Association, Affinity Bar Association realm. And we would like for you to just enjoy the presentations, and we'll give you a lot of information for you to utilize as you go forward. The first thing that I'd like to do is also thank all of our members of our Affinity Bar leadership for joining us this evening and providing us with this opportunity to give you more information that you should find useful going forward. My next task here this afternoon is to turn it over to my colleague and our current executive director, Janet Welch, who is standing in for our state bar president, and will help to welcome you to this evening. So I will go ahead and turn it over to Janet.
Thank you very much, Greg. Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to extend greetings to you from the president of the State Bar, Danny Barnes. He unfortunately had a funeral that he had to attend today, and he was very disappointed that he could not join this first ever Affinity Bar Showcase. He and I both feel like we know all of you because I was his understudy last week at the swearing in, and we rehearsed your names for a long time before the swearing in, and it was fun to finally see your faces and to welcome you in that way to the State Bar of Michigan. Mostly what I want to say to you is that by virtue of being sworn in and admitted to practice in Michigan, you're a member of the State Bar of Michigan, which happens to be, not because of me, a really fantastic state bar. It has a very long history of being at the forefront of state bars in the country. So you're lucky in that regard. But we can't do everything for you that you need. We do a lot. You're members of the Young Lawyers section, and that's a wonderful source of help. And in addition to that, we have all kinds of resources for you as you begin to practice. But what we can't do for you, you will find that affinity bars and local bars do for you. They will provide for you some really essential help in your first years at the bar, the sort of the shoulder to cry on, the pat on the back. Time and time again, I have heard lawyers tell me that what sustained them in the difficult times of being a lawyer, more often than not, were the friends that they made in affinity bars or local bars. So you're very smart to be here in this meeting, and we're very happy to have you here. And I will step back and let the people who are leading the affinity bars tell you all about themselves.
Thank you, Janet. We are also joined, besides my colleagues who are running the show behind the scenes with all of our various folks who are participating. We are also joined by my colleague, Darren Day, and I'll give Darren an opportunity to introduce himself now.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Janet. And thanks all the Affinity Bar leaders for being here. This is a really exciting, hopefully first of other events like this where we can connect Affinity Bar Associations with bar passers or the recently sworn in and other kinds of groups. It's a very exciting thing. One of the silver linings of quarantine, discovering that these kind of tools might be available to us going into the future. So much I would love to say to the folks on the line that are newly minted attorneys, but we don't have the time. There are other people that have way more to talk about than I do. So I just want to boil it down to this. Shortly after you get the email from the State Bar that gives you your P number, which means you're officially licensed, shortly after that email hits your inbox, you will be added to a discussion group in this mechanism called SPM Connect, where you will be communicating with all of the young lawyers in the state of Michigan. I highly recommend you pay attention to that, because that is where we connect with recently minted lawyers for affinity bar issues, section issues, state bar issues, national issues. Like, that's a great resource. So please join that conversation as early as possible. And one of the things that you'll see soon is we'll have some kind of orientation for new lawyers in the fall. Whether that's going to be live or virtual, we don't know yet. We had a great plan in progress for a live program that we may still pull off, we'll see. But anyway, pay attention to the Young Lawyers Discussion Group. Congratulations, welcome, and let's get on with affinity bars. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Darren. So now what we'd like to do is kick up our program. It's my pleasure to welcome for some conversation about the Bar Association, the Honorable Aliyah Hakim from the Arab American Bar Association. And if you look at your screen, you should see information that can be referred to.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. My name is Aliyah Hakim, and I am the current president of the Arab American Bar Association. Our immediate past president is Duraid Elder, and our treasurer is Zainab Beydoun, and our secretary is Megan Masalmani. We generally meet quarterly. This year, obviously, we're trying to figure out what to do in the wake of COVID. And we're looking at different options for maybe Zoom meetings, because what we do is bring networking. People from all the different Arab nations, and really anyone's welcome to join our bar association. But our primary focus is to network and connect lawyers, young lawyers, older lawyers, looking to connect with other people in their professional community and have a sounding board, ask questions. We often have a lot of judges come to our events so that you feel a connection and can get to know more judges. And we feel it makes lawyers feel more confident when they go into court. So we focus primarily on networking and not as much programming. That being said, we do have an email chain. We have roughly about 50 active members now, but we're always growing, and we keep our email chain very open to others. So we're constantly sending out job opportunities, anything that we can do. We have looked at this year starting a internship type program to kind of connect law students into internships. That's kind of been put on the back burner on the wake of COVID, but we are looking at developing programming like that. We actually had a group of students at University of Detroit Mercy Law School last year after the Bar Association Fair start their own chapter. And so we've kind of taken them under our wing as much as we can too. And if they do programming, we've promoted their programming as well. But our primary purpose is, again, to connect lawyers, to connect judges, to connect the legal community, and give you a place where you feel like you have a connection with other people. You can talk to them, you can ask them questions, and there are other resources and attorneys. We know that it's hard for a lot of people, especially when you're a young lawyer and a new lawyer, to really feel like you have a big grasp on all the areas of law. And that's why you should be able to reach out and feel safe reaching out and asking questions. So that's our goal, is to give you those connections so you do have that resource at all times.
Great. Thank you so much, Judge Hakim. I'm going to turn it over now to Darren to proceed with our next leader.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Judge Hakim. So the next organization we'll hear about the Black Women Lawyers Association of Michigan, and to talk about that is the current president, Rita White. Thanks, Rita.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to all of you. I'm hoping that this is a good opportunity for you to really get a good jump start in terms of the networking aspect of the legal practice. I am, I am the current president of the Black Women Lawyers Association. The association was founded in 1992. And as Ms. Attorney Hakim indicated, our association is kind of very similar in terms of the purpose of our association is to connect. We were founded in 1992 to make sure we have a lifeline and a communication line for fellow sister attorneys that are new or even in practice or tenured to get to know people, to get to know who we are and get to network within our community. So I've been president for about a year now, and I will be starting my second term this upcoming month. And our association meets monthly. We meet every Sunday, every third Sunday of the month. Now, in the wake of COVID, this unfortunate COVID pandemic, we have not been able to meet live in person. However, we are conducting our meetings via Zoom. And our upcoming meeting is actually going to be this Sunday at 3 p.m. And what we do is we have a general body meeting at 3 p.m. and then we move into a presentation where we like to bring in speakers to speak about different issues or aspects in the community or different matters that we're dealing with in the legal field. This Sunday, we actually are going to be bringing in 2 speakers from the governor's office. We are going to be bringing in Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist and the Michigan Department of Community Health Service Chief Medical Officer, Jonay Caldoun. They are going to be speaking at the meeting at 4 p.m. Via Zoom and talking about issues relating to COVID-19 and the impact that it's had in the African-American community and the communities of color and all communities. And also we will be having a medical expert, medical doctor that's going to be speaking on health tips regarding COVID. So what we like to do with our association is to, again, connect, network, and try to just bring in all types of legal practitioners of color, women of color, and try to help mentor and help guide them in the way that we all need to be guided through this legal community. So what we do is we offer a monthly, probably a monthly, bi-monthly newsletter where we send out announcements such as unfortunate passings of individuals, of attorneys that have passed. We send out announcements of job opportunities. We also have announcements of training opportunities and just announcements of different areas of different issues in the legal field. We're also pretty active in the social media aspect where we do have several social media platforms, such as we have a Facebook page, the Black Women Lawyers Association of Michigan, and we have connected the actual Michigan Women Lawyers of Color Facebook page that comes together where we're able to disperse information and talk about networking, referrals, job opportunities. So if you're, please be interested in trying to get to learn more about our association by coming onto our website, which is blackwomenlawyers.org. And, or you can do bwlam.org and it will immediately open up our website and you can become a member. So we're just encouraging you to really get involved because again, our association is focused on networking and helping mentor and counsel, or not counsel, but just be there for us and be there for each other so we can make sure we're all in this legal system and we're all on the same page. And if we have any issues, we have someone or somewhere to go and talk to. Thank you.
Rita. Our next leader is from the Augusta Stryker Bar Association, and that is current bar president Kimberly Ward. Kimberly.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And I'd like to first of all thank the State Bar of Michigan, President Barnes, Janet Welch, Greg Conyers, Darren Day, and also Michelle Erskine for putting this wonderful Affinity Bar Showcase together for our new bar passers. And I also like to congratulate all of you on this tremendous success that you've had and passing the Michigan bar exam. And we hope that you will definitely get involved with at least one, if not all, of the Affinity Bar Associations that you will hear about today. So my name is Kimberly Ann Ward. I am the 2019-2020 president of the Augusta Stryker Bar Association. We are, of course, a specialty bar of the State Bar of Michigan, but we are also a very active affiliate of the National Bar Association. The National Bar Association is one of the largest and oldest bar associations of African Americans. And It was founded in 1925 and represents the interests of over 65,000 lawyers. And just to give you a little bit of information that would be helpful to you, it's organized around 23 substantive law sections, 9 divisions, 12 regions, and 80 affiliate chapters throughout the United States and the world. And the Augusta Stryker is one of the affiliates. We're also very active as a regional member, and we are planning to collaborate with the National Bar Association this fall and putting on a Zoom conference. And our region is doing that in conjunction with the other states that are in our region. And if you go to our website, strykerlaw.org, STRAKERLAW.org, or the National Bar Association's website, and you can just Google it, you can get a lot of information about the history and how you can get involved. And I would just like to also let you know that we are based in Oakland County, and we were founded in almost 30 years. We're getting ready to celebrate our anniversary. We were founded October 4th, 1990, with a mission to increase minority representation in the legal profession, to support and to encourage legal practice opportunities for minorities in our area, and also to facilitate equal justice, not only for those across the country, but we have a special focus for facilitating equal justice for those who also live in Oakland County and our state as a whole. Our membership does include a racially diverse coalition of lawyers, judges, and law students and other professionals. We collaborate, as you've heard, some of the other presenters so far have indicated, with other affinity bar associations, and also the State Bar, the Oakland County Bar Association, and the National Bar in providing programs and events and pro bono opportunities that you can get involved in. And I'll tell you just a bit about that, some of the opportunities that are available for you. But I do want to tell you about the rich history, because we do have a very rich history. Our bar association was named in honor of David Augusta Stryker. He was a pioneering African-American attorney, author, and jurist who was actually the first African-American to appear before the Michigan Supreme Court in 1890. And he did that by successfully arguing the separate but equal doctrine under Michigan law. That was the great, if you haven't heard of it or studied in law school, it was the great Michigan civil rights case, Ferguson v. Guys. So that's the rich history that we do have. In our bar association membership, we do want to continue, and we do that constantly, the mission of being change agents to really impact our community, and doing that by what I've already mentioned, the strategic partnerships that we engage in, the strategic planning, collaboration, and then the targeted community action. So some of the things that I did want to mention that we've actually done and are currently doing, and would love to have you join us, are our pro bono clinics that we provide for the community. So we frequently provide expungement clinics that are so well received and so needed in our community. They've been open to law students to get involved and volunteer, to all attorneys, whether you're a member of the Bar Association or not. One of our most recent projects has been a collaborative project with the Joseph Project, the State Bar of Michigan, Oakland County Bar Association, and also a Lakeshore Legal Aid. So we do work very closely with the community partners, including the legal aid. And that particular project, we would love to have you join us. We do work very closely as first responders, where we are assisting individuals who are survivors of human trafficking in our local area. And unfortunately, that is a huge issue across the nation, and Michigan is one of the has one of the highest rates of human trafficking. And our attorneys have been very proactive, boots on the ground, first responders have gone in and assisted in clearing charges for those who unfortunately do get criminal charges as a result of the lifestyle that they unwillingly have been subjected to. So if you, again, go to our website, you can learn more about our bar association. And the slide that you see on the screen right now gives you a list of a good number of our committees that are available. There are additional committees such as a special purpose committee and the regional national bar that are not listed. But if you take a look at the list and just let us know how you would like to be involved, we would definitely love to have you. Again, our purpose is definitely, as I've mentioned, to facilitate opportunities, and we do that as in addition to how I've already mentioned for the community, but for you with the CLE opportunities, with job employment opportunities that we release weekly, and also with networking opportunities. So there are very tremendous number of networking opportunities. We collaborate very closely with Association of Black Judges of Michigan, in addition to many of the affinity bar associations that are represented here today. So I, again, would just like to congratulate you on your tremendous accomplishment. Please feel free to reach out to us at info@strykerlaw.org and visit our website. We look forward to having you join us, and welcome again. Thank you.
Thank you, Kimberly. Really quickly, Mary, if I may say something, because Kimberly reminded me of it. After this session, we will send a follow-up email to everybody who participates. It will include contact information for each bar, links to their websites and social media to the extent they have them, membership application that you can fill out. All that stuff will come in one email from the State Bar staff to cover all of those things, just so you know. So with that brief interruption, sorry, Mary, the next organization is the Davis Dunnings Bar Association, and its president, Mary Bowen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I just first of all want to say congratulations to all of the new admittees that you have done a wonderful job, thus far. And this is a great accomplishment. This is not an easy feat to pass the bar, and welcome to a well-renowned legal profession. As Darren mentioned, my name is Mary Bowen. I'm the current president of the Davis Dunnings Bar Association. I am the 2019-2020 president. I am the outgoing president. Our immediate past president is Takura Nyam Fukuza. I always butcher his last name, but I think I said it right. Our vice president is Robert Easterly. Our secretary is Ernst Augustine. Our treasurer is Dan Doyle, and our communications officer is L. Allison Crawford. As noted on the slide, our organization was founded in 1981, and initially when we were founded as the Lansing Black Lawyers Association. Our founders are the Honorable Clinton Kennedy III and the Honorable Hugh Barrington Clark. There were other attorneys that were instrumental in forming the organization, and one of the reasons why our organization was formed is that there were attorneys in the mid-Michigan area, specifically Lansing, that needed support. Goals of our organization, including providing networking opportunities, professional development opportunities for attorneys that are based in the Lansing area. In addition to that, our mission is to promote public confidence and respect for not only the law, but also for the legal profession, to foster professional growth and development, to advance the cause of equal rights and equal opportunity and equal treatment before the law, and again, also to make significant contributions in the Lansing community. Our organization meets monthly. We typically meet the first Wednesday of every month, but due to the COVID pandemic, our meeting schedule has been altered significantly. But our next meeting is the first Wednesday in June. So I think that date is Wednesday, June 1st, and this is considered our annual meeting. So we will conduct kind of a year in review. So we'll talk about the accomplishments that we had for the year prior to COVID. And we will also talk about and kind of structure some of our meeting to include our banquet. Each year we have host the Otis M. Smith Scholarship and Awards Banquet. This is our major fundraiser where we award 3 scholarships to students that either attend Michigan State University College of Law or Western Michigan Thomas M. Cooley Law School. And again, these are $1,000 scholarships. We typically award 3 of those scholarships. And in addition to awarding the scholarships, we also provide 4 awards: a Trailblazer Award, a Humanitarian Award, a Rising Star Award, and our Distinguished Barrister Award, because we want to recognize not only the legal professionals in our community, but also members of our community that have made great contributions, whether it's through their service, their advocacy or involvement in other community organizations. Our organization too is an affiliate member of the National Bar Association. We too have social media pages. We have a Facebook page, so you can just type in Davis-Dunnings Bar Association and you will find updates about our events and things that are going on with us. We also have a LinkedIn page. If you type in Davis-Dunnings Bar Association, you can also stay up to date on some of our events and endeavors. And we also have a Twitter handle with our name. I see on the slide here that they've included the briefs issue from March 2020. Our organization works hand in hand with other Affinity Bar associations to build those relationships and to also share opportunities with our members. So when you have a chance, please take a look at this particular issue of briefs, because you'll learn more about our organization, not just the board, but some of the accomplishments of our members, because our membership comprises of judges, current attorneys, friends of the DDBA, and also law students. And I just wanted to note very quickly, we do have committees in which you can get involved with. We have an attorney outreach committee, we have a pipeline committee, we have a special events committee in addition to a community outreach committee, and we also have a robust mentorship program that pairs attorneys with law students, and we too do have a bar passage program. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Mary. Our next guest is the current president of the Incorporated Society of Irish American Lawyers, Jennifer Couples.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Couples, and I am the current president of the Incorporated Society of Irish American Lawyers. We also just go by Irish Lawyers. First off, I'd like to say thank you so much to the SPM for putting this together. It's not often that we get to have this platform, so we appreciate the access to the newer members of the bar. In addition, I'd like to say congratulations to all of you who have just passed. It is not an easy task, and it's definitely something to be celebrated. A little bit about our group. We, unfortunately, like all the other groups, have had to cancel many of our events. Our group was founded in 1978, and we have our charter up on our website, and it's several local attorneys, local judges. Our group really started from the judges and the attorneys who practice in front of them, getting together after work and just talking about their cases, their lives, strategizing and trying to figure out, you know, if there were job opportunities available, or if there were any ways that people could help each other in any way. And of course, it was over a pint of Guinness. So we meet usually once every month as a general membership, and we have educational meetings. We have volunteer events. Generally, we volunteer with Focus Hope twice a year. We've packed probably over 100,000 boxes of food through Focus Hope through our group. We usually volunteer in November and May, and it's usually the second Saturday. We also do that with the Catholic lawyers as well. We also have a 501c3 that is part of our scholarship program, where we give scholarships to law students who qualify to be a part of that scholarship. And we give those scholarships away at our annual dinner, which usually occurs in June. Unfortunately, we're bypassing that again this year due to COVID-19 and the safety of our members. We also hold a St. Patrick's Day brunch every year that's usually downtown somewhere, and then we march in the parade that goes down Michigan Avenue. We have a Christmas party. We participate in Meet the Judges, which is a great event where a lot of different bar associations get together. It's usually held at University of Detroit Mercy School of Law, and it's an opportunity for new attorneys, law students, members of our group, and others to get together and network. We also hold a golf outing. And we host that with the Michigan Irish American Chamber of Commerce. And that's probably, I'm hoping that will happen this year. That usually happens at the end of the summer and beginning into fall. We also host with the United Irish Societies, a Irish Heritage Night at Comerica. As you all know, we don't know if that's going to happen this year. I don't know if there's been a result on that as far as determining whether it will occur, but we hope to gather sometime soon. Our group really just focuses on a casual environment for the members, for judges who are a part of our group, and everyone to get together and talk about their day, talk about strategy, and to help each other out as far as job opportunities and things. I welcome anyone to come to our meetings, come to our events. It's on us, your first time in. Otherwise, as a first-year attorney and then through 5 years of practice, it's only $25. So you can come to our events, network with judges in our group, network with all of our members and other opportunities that you may have for jobs, and talk to everyone. And it's only $25 a year. So I know that part of what will be sent out after this is going to be our membership application. My email address is on the screen right now. I'm happy to answer any kind of questions that you might have, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Our next guest is Amy Smith, who is the president of MAPACA, which is, frankly, not only the most fun association to pronounce, but maybe the most fun thing to say, period. MAPACA stands for the Michigan Asian Pacific American Bar Association. And Amy, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you to the State Bar of Michigan for organizing this, and a big congratulations to the new members of the bar. Welcome. My name is Amy Smith, and I am here as president of the Michigan Asian Pacific American Bar Association, or MAPACA. MAPACA is an association of attorneys, law professors, and law students in Michigan. We are an affiliate of the National Asian Pacific American Bar Association, or NAPAPA. Our mission is to promote improvements in the administration of justice, to advance relations between the legal profession and the public, to secure equality of Asian Pacific Americans in society, to advocate the interests of Asian Pacific Americans in the legal profession, and to promote equality and social justice for all people. May is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, so I'll give you a piece of history to take with you that's tied to the founding of MAPACA. Do you know about Vincent Chin? In 1982, at the height of anti-Japanese sentiments arising from massive layoffs in the auto industry, a Chinese American named Vincent Chin was murdered in Detroit by 2 white auto workers. Chin's killers got off with a $3,000 fine and 3 years probation, but no jail time. Outraged by this injustice, Asian Americans around the country united for the first time across ethnic and socioeconomic lines to form a pan-Asian identity and civil rights movement. MAPACA began as an idea among volunteer attorneys of the American Citizens for Justice, or ACJ. The ACJ is an Asian Pacific American advocacy group that was formed following the racially motivated murder of Vincent Chin. In 1985, the ACJ attorneys decided to form a professional association of Asian Pacific American lawyers, leading to the founding of MAPACA. If you are Asian Pacific American or you're just interested in Asian Pacific American issues, we'd love to connect with you. Our biggest event each year is our annual Lunar New Year dinner, which is usually in February, depending on the lunar calendar, when we hold elections and share a delicious, authentic Asian meal together. And I actually had the pleasure of meeting Greg at our last Lunar New Year dinner, where he served as a guest speaker. We also host fundraising and networking events, and one of my goals this year as president is to increase service opportunities through MAPACA. You can connect with us on Facebook under Michigan Asian Pacific American Bar Association, and if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. My email address is on the MAPACA new member application form that will be sent out after this. Thank you so much, everyone, and congratulations again.
Thanks, Amy. Our next guest is Toy Dennis, and she is with the the Vincente Hamilton Bar Association. Thanks, Toy.
Thanks, Greg. Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Toy Dennis. I am the current president of Vincente M. Hamilton Bar Association, and we were founded in 1991. Oh, sorry, wrong information on our side. I didn't whack it. 1991, and we were founded in Vincente M. Hamilton's honor, as he was a Black attorney in Washtenaw County and he founded one of the first African-American law firms in 1959. He was instrumental in desegregating the Willow Run school system. He was also chair of the Ypsilanti Human Relations Commission, and he was committed to equalizing access, treatment, and opportunity in the legal system, and all the while by addressing the special needs of people of color, women, and other disenfranchised groups. We, the members of Vincente M. Hamilton Bar Association, try to continue his legacy. And we do this by mentoring new lawyers, by reaching out to the community through free consultations, also hosting community education events like what to do when stopped by the police. We also have expungement fairs. We also have a close relationship with the candidates and judicial community in our county by having a Meet the Candidates every year. We also have a forum that we're hosting for our judicial candidates that is coming up. We also have mentorship opportunities for young attorneys. We have a very diverse bar. We have everything from public defenders, prosecutors, judges, solo practitioners, and we actually are willing to help the young lawyers and get information. Vincente was instrumental to me when I joined as a solo practitioner about 6 years ago. We have a small bar association so far, so I'm hoping there are some Washtenaw County residents out there who are willing to come and join our organization. It's only $50 to join. We have elections coming up. We don't have a lot of committees because we don't have a lot of members to head those committees. So if you want to be involved, then our bar association is the place to be. You can, as the other said, we have a Facebook page as well. Our email address is vanzettibar@gmail.com, and you can reach out. Our meetings are held every third Thursday. Since COVID-19 hit, we have been having not Zoom meetings, but Google Meet or Google Hangout meetings, which is basically the same type of thing. It's worked actually in our favor. We've gotten more participation by having them online, and I'm thinking we're probably going to continue that even when COVID is passed, and maybe have a regional, every 3 or 4 months we'll meet in person just to socialize. We also have other events for socialization. We have an annual picnic, usually held in August. Still up in the air whether we'll have it this year with COVID. We have an annual Christmas party hosted at one of our members' homes. Elaine Washington has a beautiful home here in the area, and she always graciously hosts for us. We also are planning a couple other events this year. We're trying to get off the ground. And so we could use all the help we can get. If you want some leadership opportunities, please come join us. And again, congratulations on passing the bar and welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Toy. Appreciate it very much. So we are down to the final 2 bar associations. Here to talk about the Wolverine Bar Association is Kalila Spencer. Thanks, Kalila.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kalila Spencer. I want to first thank the State Bar for having this. It's really important that we get our new members involved, especially now that we're working remotely and we don't have the time to connect and really fellowship with you all. But again, congratulations on your accomplishment. The Wolverine Bar Association is much like our, I'll say, sister organizations like Black Women Lawyers and Stryker Bar and Vincente Hamilton. We're a bar association really looking to promote diversity among the legal profession by providing mentorship, pipeline and scholarship programs and promoting job opportunities with African American and other minority law students and lawyers. We were formally founded in the 30s. We stemmed from what used to be the Harlan Club, which was established in 1919. And it was established in the name of Justice Harlan, who was the dissenting opinion in Plessy versus Ferguson. And so we have a rich history. We have a lot of opportunity for young lawyers. I will say that we as an organization really strive to focus on pipeline and how we can get minorities and other members of law students involved in the profession overall. And so we also have a 501c3 arm, which is called the Wolverine Bar Foundation. And as part of that foundation, we really have some really critical programs. Some of you are probably very familiar with them. For example, we have the Judicial Externship Program, which was founded by Justice Roberts 30 years ago, where we try to place law students with judges for their 1L summer so they can get experience with the court. And the goal is really to get them interested in clerkships. We also have the Summer Clerkship Program, which is geared towards 1L law students to work at actual law firms, and we tend to center around law firms in the Detroit metro area. So those are really key to our pipeline program. We also started a new pipeline program this year where we are funding law students and other returning students and funding their ability to pay for LSAT courses. And so we've been funding that this year. We've had a lot of interest. We've heard a lot from our law school deans about how hard it is to get minorities into the law schools, given the different restrictions on affirmative action programs. So this is really geared to helping those students really achieve better results on the LSAT. And so we've started that program this year as well. In addition to that, we have scholarship programs as well as minority bar passage programs like many of our fellow organizations. And we really strive to work on our pipeline so we can all have a larger inclusion in our bar association. With respect to the association, we have about 250 members. That includes lawyers from all aspects, whether it's public interest or solo practitioners, also to those of us in larger law firms, as well as our judicial arm, as well as clerks, etc. So we are very expansive. We tend to focus on Wayne County lawyers or people who practice in Wayne County. And we really do look more to fellowship from the Bar Association aspects. So we'll have a holiday mixer. We do have a membership roundup traditionally in September. And so it will be interesting this year how we can make sure that we have that fellowship amongst ourselves, even in a remote aspect. So I think we'd be utilizing a lot of Zoom. So I wish I had bought some stock in Zoom. But that said, I really look forward to all of you participating. I will say this for new members, the price of membership is $70. Our membership year runs from July to June. And so I would suggest that you wait till July to apply. And we really are there just to be a listening arm for our membership. And to the extent that anyone joins and you have ideas on how to get involved, there's plenty of opportunities and more information can be seen on our website.
Thank you, Kalila. We are now to our last guest of the evening, and that is going to be Ryan Kelly from the Women Lawyers Association of Michigan.
Yes, thank you, Greg. I want to join everyone else's refrain. Congratulations. And I also want to give you guys kudos to the new admittees for really already being industrious about joining organizations. I think the recurring theme from all of this is that simply sitting in your office and practicing law is not enough to really give you that full value as a lawyer, but being able to join other committees and organizations to give back to the legal profession, network, and make friendships is really, really, I think you'll find a lot of benefits from that. I am the president-elect of the Women Lawyers Association of Michigan, joined on one of our little Zoom squares as well as Rokia Draper, our president. I took the lead on this because she was preparing for a Zoom trial, so good props to her. Our organization is unique in that while we are a statewide organization, we also have 8 regions based on the different areas of the state of Michigan. So participation and membership in our organization, we will also elect a region that's closest to where you live or work that will provide you an additional set of activities and events and mentorship and opportunities. Overall, we have 600 members. We have been an organization for 101 years. The interesting fact about that is that women have only had the right to vote for 100 years. So our organization even predates that. A lot of these other organizations are really historic. So I think that that's amazing. One of our big events is our annual meeting, which this year will be held in Grand Rapids the weekend of September 11th. The theme this year is lifting women up, and we really focus on a number of different programs for supporting and fostering close relationships, networking, and growth professionally for women and other members of our organization. In addition, we have other events. We have local networking events. We've done some movie screenings. It's a really cool, the RBG movie we saw in a packed theater, sold out of 500, 600 women lawyers. Were very, very cool experience in order to see that. We also do a candidate rating and endorsement where we review and give ratings for judicial candidates. This is a really crucial process to a lot of people that are seeking appointments or an elected position, and we get a lot of requests for the Women Lawyers Association of Michigan to rate and endorse those candidates. We have a referral directory, we offer a mentorship program, and we also, I think, have a lot of fun. Some of my closest friends are those that I've met within the organization. I joined as soon as I had my bar card, I joined the Women Lawyers Association of Michigan and have really met some of my closest friends, people that I can trust when we have a legal question or not a legal question. And I think that's one of the big benefits that you get from any organization that you join. So thanks so much and have a great weekend.
Excellent. Thank you so much to all of our presenters this evening. We really want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us and welcoming our new bar passers, our new members. And I'm going to also thank our staff, my colleagues, Janet Welch, Darren Day, Michelle Erskine, and Jenna Shepard. Darren, I'm going to turn it over to you for any final questions or remarks that we might want to bring in.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, everybody. I'm not sure if I'm being heard. Am I being heard? Oh, good. Thank you so much. I think we should at least open up for a couple of minutes for Q&A if there are questions or comments from really anybody. I think, Michelle, that's technically feasible, yes? So should we ask folks to raise their hand virtually with the icon, the hand raising icon?
Yeah, if they have any questions, they can go ahead and do that from the participant panel.
Terrific. Michelle, you want to just do a quick rundown of how to find that and raise your hand?
Yeah, so at the bottom of your Zoom screen, it says participants. And if you click that and open the participant panel, when you hover over your name, you should see the word more. And underneath the word more, you should have the option to raise your hand. I'm not seeing any hands coming in through here, Darren. We will note that you will have the email addresses to contact the bar associations directly if anything else comes to mind. So, and
I'll just say one more thing about the opportunities mentioned by several people today about the opportunities, and congratulations for being proactive and getting as engaged as you already are this early in your career. But there are, just quickly, there are 44 sections of the State Bar of Michigan. Most of them relate to practice areas, a great place for mentorship, great place for literally getting the substantive knowledge you need to practice and the procedural knowledge, who's who in various locations and how to navigate the courts and so forth. And most of those sections allow or offer membership to first-year licensees for free, usually for a couple of years. So explore that when you're putting your license together, all the different sections you could join. And then a quick overview of the 120 Affinity Bar Associations in the state of Michigan. So there really are 121 bar associations in Michigan, one state bar, 62 that are local. So that's like Detroit, Grand Rapids, various counties and so forth. 33 that look just like the ones we talked with tonight. They have some cultural identity, affinity, connection that brings lawyers together under those kinds of umbrellas. And then the third category is practice area. So we have municipal attorneys, school attorneys, prosecutors, defense attorneys, plaintiffs attorneys, organize themselves in about 25 practice area associations. So those are the places to find the attorneys, find each other, right? And find the attorneys that have lots and lots of resources to provide and help, and where you can contribute to that effort as well with your insights and knowledge and skills and so forth. It's a great place to be. So there you have it. Bar associations, sections, and so forth, great place to be. And frankly, required for success, right? To be good at this profession, and I am a licensed attorney, to be good at this profession requires a tremendous amount of education, learning, training, connection, resource borrowing, and all of that stuff. And the earlier you start that process, the more successful you'll be. And that's all I have to say. Anything more from Janet or Greg or anyone else from the State Bar?
I just want to wish everyone a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And we look forward to seeing you at the bar.
Thank you.
I want to thank everyone again and also wish you a great holiday weekend. And we look forward to an opportunity to get together with you face to face. And until we can do that, you'll be seeing lots more virtual opportunities. So thanks so much, and everyone have a great evening.
Thanks, everybody.